Editing involves three activities: deleting excess or repetitive words, changing weak words to stronger ones, and moving words to a more logical place. Our example for this tutorial comes from the last draft prior to publication of a web page advertising an educational show in Budapest, Hungary, and we're trying to get Australian education suppliers to participate in the show. The sentence has 28 words. It sounds like this. As the new academic year approaches, the focus is on Australia as the guest country at this year's education show for Hungarian students of English and vocational courses. Now, as always, well, copy and paste. So I have the edit right below my original copy, and I can keep a sort of running tab on it and make sure that any changes I'm making are actually improving it. Now, first thing I want to look at is the introductory clause as the new academic year approaches. Introductions of any sort, whether it's an introductory clause in a sentence or an introductory sentence in a paragraph or an introductory paragraph in an entire job, very often you'll find you can delete the introduction and speed the reader on his or her way with much improvement in the quality of your writing. And in this case, not only is this phrase, as the new academic year approaches, excess to our requirements, it is technically either illogical or certainly redundant, because we say that Australia is the guest country at this year's education show, and that means all year long, not just as the new academic year approaches. So on two counts, we can just get rid of it. That takes our word count down to 22 words. Well, what should we do next? Let's see. I'm going to take a look at this phrase, the focus is on Australia as the guest country. Now, let's just copy the phrase, and I want to show you, sort of dramatize something here. The focus is on Australia as the guest country, compared to Australia is the guest country. I think you'll agree that the shorter, simpler, more direct way of stating this is a considerable improvement. Once again, we've got something here which is just excess. It doesn't really help anything. So we get rid of it. We lose 4 more words, bringing us down to 18. Can we go any further here? You can almost always find something to cut. Aha! Watch this. We've said that the show is for Hungarian students of English and vocational courses. Well, that pretty much means it's educational by definition. So we don't really need the word education telling us what kind of show we're talking about here. Saving one final word. But I want to show you one last little thing, which is maybe a bit subtle, but worth thinking about. It's this word there. Australia is the guest country. I would change it in this instance to spotlight country. Remember, our readers, our prospects, are Australian businesses who supply educational services to foreign students. And I think they might like to think of themselves as being spotlit rather than being merely guests. A guest is a guest. Someone in the spotlight is a star. And there you have basic editing. Deleting excess or repetitive words, changing weak words to stronger ones, and moving words to a more logical place.